Hello, it's Soul with an add-on spotlight, where I peruse through the add-on community and feature a few hand-picked add-ons, some that are new to the scene, but a few that have been around for a while. I try to do this on occasion, so I would appreciate the support if you were to like this video if you enjoyed yourself, of course, and to subscribe for more of this and all things Warcraft. Links to the add-ons are in the description, and let's get right to it, starting with two add-ons that have been around for a little bit. Better Wardrobe in Transmog is an add-on that has a few kinks to work out, but it does have a lot of potential, and it's been regularly recommended to me, so now I'm getting around to it. This add-on is a doozy, with a ton of features related to, obviously, transmogrification, and I suggest taking a look at the add-ons page to check out all of the options, but I'll highlight what I really like about it. The Transmog window has been revamped to not just show items and sets, but other sets that have or have not been completed. There are sets that I've collected that I never quite realized. I mean, I can't see myself wearing every single thing, but I think expressing my progress this way is much better than just displaying a fraction. There are features like the collection list that I don't have a good understanding of yet, which sort of translates to I don't know if this is useful or not. And there are occasional bugs like Lua errors, and its random transmog function sometimes doesn't randomize everything. Meanwhile, Transmog Roulette, which is shown here, does work. I've already tested that compatibility issues are not a factor. But my takeaway for this add-on are the extra sets, and that I can strip my character down to naked, so I can make the transmog that I want to see more visible. There's a lot more to explore, and some of it might need a bit more work and refining, but like I said, I see a lot of potential here. Rarity is another sort of mixed bag. It's an add-on that tracks the statistics of pets, mounts, and toys that you have not collected yet. Accessing the full list is done on your minimap button, or on add-ons like Titan Panel that display this sort of stuff. The draw of this add-on for me is the percentage tracking located on the tooltip, which tells me how many attempts that I've made at a certain thing, and based on its drop rate, it'll inform me if I've been particularly unlucky at farming it. The scope of Rarity doesn't extend to Transmog, which works out fine for me because tracking pets, mounts, and toys seems to cause a bit of lag whenever I pull the list up. Tracking Transmog would be way more than I'd want to handle. As someone who only does occasional farming, I think this add-on works great in tandem with all the things. I turned the minimap button off because all the things tracks what drops where perfectly fine. But the simple tooltip stat works great for me. Heck, it reminds me if a mount or pet would drop off of this boss, because I'm likely to forget. Now let's move on to some newer add-ons, and I have to admit that I didn't do this on purpose, but I really appreciate the straightforward names on these add-ons. Shadowlands brings us a much-needed navigation tool in form of map pins. It works under the same premise as TomTom and similar add-ons, but instead of an arrow, a subtle marker is placed onto your screen to indicate where the marker is located. I expect this to be used pretty widely, because you can announce that a rare spawned, and instead of giving coordinates, which not everyone has enabled, you can link a map pin in chat, which everyone can access with just a click. But there are two small add-ons that can make this experience better. Auto-Track Map Pin is an add-on that explains itself in the title. When you create a pin or click on a link from chat, you'll automatically start tracking that pin. For some reason, that isn't already a thing, because reasonably, if you're clicking on a pin, you're likely to want to go to said location. The other add-on is called Unlimited Map Pin Distance, another effectively named add-on that gives this visual marker unlimited range. By default, the distance is limited to where you won't see the pin on your screen unless you're at most 1,000 yards away. This ensures that users can find their way around without having to glance at their map. Some of us do a decent job of paying attention to chat. Others like me, not so much. Chat Sound Customizer sends a subtle sound whenever certain chat windows or people say anything, and I should point out that thankfully everything is set to off by default. If the leader of your party, raid, or instance group speaks, then you hear something, and you can change the sounds. Unfortunately, there's no delay in case a certain chat gets really spammy, and that'll be really annoying, but you probably don't want sounds on for that particular channel anyway. I plan on having this on for my community chat and whispers because, more often than not, I miss those messages. I always found it pretty annoying that even if I'm exalted with the entire Horde expedition from Wrath of the Lich King, I can't select the Horde expedition itself and set it to inactive. It's a little bit OCD of me, I know, but I want to display only reputations that aren't completed yet, simple as that. Inactive reputation headers fixes this and lets me hide these exalted reps. With the launch of Shadowlands comes a battery of new quest content, whether you're going to the Shadowlands itself or leveling up a new character in previous content. But when it's time to move on, Abandon Zone quests lets you abandon in bulk. This add-on adds a box next to the header for each zone that lets you abandon all quests from said zone, and it's as simple as that. Finally, there's Hearth Roulette, a dynamic macro that will select any of your Hearthstone-related toys. If you have a bunch of different Hearthstones and never use them, this is a great opportunity to stop using the default stone and make use of all those holiday Hearthstones. That's going to be a wrap for today's add-on spotlight, and I hope that some of these add-ons are of some use to you. Obviously, the add-on world is very big, so if any of the features that I mentioned here happen to be a part of an already existing add-on and you think that would be helpful, mention it in a comment below. Once again, don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will see you next time. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy, and stay breezy.